Hi, welcome to your craft box for Sunday, August 26, 2018. Today we're going to take a look at the cover story of the Metropolitan section. Metropolitan section has some fun twist in it, just sort of human interest stories, slices of a life from New York City often. And so this particular story can really be seen in this photograph. You have this youngish woman, somewhat conservatively dressed, next to this oldish man, and it turns out that they had just got married when this photograph was taken. So the story is really about her as an individual and also some of his kind of desperation and naivety in wanting company. But the thing I'd like to really focus on instead of the story is where the writer, Michael Wilson, decides to start the story. So neither of those two people that are in that photograph there are a part of the story. Instead, he chooses to focus on this strange moment where the story really takes a kind of unexpected turn into harming someone not in the photograph and not even actively involved. So in some ways it's kind of like starting at the climax, but it's actually sort of starting at the moment of the greatest strangeness and then using the rest of the story to kind of tell us how we got there. So this is how he starts. Fort Lee, New Jersey. A young man wearing a baseball cap sat alone in his convertible at the drive-through lane of Dunkin' Donuts here, the top down on a warm October afternoon, waiting to order munchkins and coffee. So great scene making here. We know what his car looks like, what he's wearing, we know what the weather is. He did not notice from behind the approach of a man carrying a baseball bat. The stranger smashed the bat into the back of the driver's head and ran away. The driver, dazed and bleeding, lurched his car out of the line and crashed into another vehicle on Bergen Boulevard. The attack was as brief as it was brutal, but it was long in the making. So definitely high impact moment that we've decided to start this story at. And the story gets stranger and stranger and stranger. From here, he's going to take us back to where this young woman met this retired banker, how it played out, and then it's kind of, I don't know if I want to spoil it for you, but it kind of turns out that this guy in the convertible doesn't even know either of these people and really isn't even involved. So it's a strange tale, and he sort of started it with the moment of greatest strangeness. And in describing that moment, he's done a great job, but he caps it off with this kind of abstract summary statement that is so powerful when it comes right after a play-by-play, in this case blow-by-blow scene, where he says the attack was as brief as it was brutal, but it was long in the making. A great kind of sum up statement, and then sets us up for what was this long in the making episode. So hope you enjoyed this week's episode of Craft Box, which is really all about starting at your strangest or perhaps most climactic moment and working your way back from there. Have a great week.